Hey YouTube, what is up everybody? How's it going? This is your homeboy Mcdojo 4. I'm just sitting here relaxing, just kind of watching some videos on YouTube, just kind of, enjoying my night. Monday, January 31st, I went to a Taekwondo school and I did not like it at all. And I pretty much thought the school was a joke and that every time when the instructor was teaching, the students would end up running around and everything else and talking, playing, not really paying attention. And she was like, excuse me. She was like, in her 30s, just as much as how old as I am. I'm 34, but she was a little younger than me. But the thing of it is, she did not do a good job at teaching. And I kind of realized that I was in a Mcdojo class. What that is a fake martial art black belt that doesn't know what they're freaking doing. I'm teaching classes. And, which, I thought it was going to be a good class. I thought, I was going to learn some, try it out, think it was going to be an actual Taekwondo class. Well, come to find out, we were doing some katas, which I already knew all the katas that my sensei taught me. I was pretty much doing the same thing as what they were doing. So, it was just the fact that how she wasn't even teaching, like, she was telling them what to do on the bag and stuff like that, but she wouldn't teach it. And I'm like, that ain't no being no an instructor. That's not being an instructor at all. That's just commanding somebody to do something. And she wouldn't even show the white belts on how to freaking punch the right way. And I saw this one kid hitting the bag, and he was just hitting the bag wrong every time. I wanted to stop him so bad, and because it'd say, "Hey, punch it like this. Don't hit it like that." I said, "If you hit it like the way you're doing, you're gonna break your hand." But she was a lousy instructor. Really, really, really bad instructor. And I felt sorry for the parents. I really felt sorry for the parents that was there. And I thought about saying something, to their parents. And say, she's just taking her guys' money. That's all she's doing. But my instructor always taught me to be humble, be respectful, to all instructors, no matter what rank they are, and which I was. And I didn't say anything. I just told her I might be back. I don't know yet. Let me think about it some more. And that's all I said. I said I left at 6:30. I stayed all the way till 6:30 that night. I was going to stay till 7, but I had to get up till early in the morning to work. I needed to get home and do some things, get things done, and get some dinner cooked, and then try to go to bed a little early. And the thing of this is that when you go to a school and you don't think it's what it's meant to be, just try the class out, just go along with the class, and then act like you enjoyed it, but you really didn't. Just be nice to them and get your free class over with, and then go on if it's not what you think it is. So that's how I did it Monday night. I did try school out. I did try it out. I did give it a shot, and it wasn't the right school for me, even though it was closer than what I normally where I normally live at. But it's just if I would have had one-on-one time with her, since I was the only adult there, I would have probably been able to learn something from her. But since she had a lot of kids around and everything, she was trying to focus more on kids, not any of the adults. Which it was kind of sad. I was the only adult there, and there was only one adult teenager that was there, and she was probably like, I want to say probably at least 15 years old or so, and she was a black belt, and she didn't um she didn't pretty much um help out at all teaching anything. I mean, she just stood around and talk, and then the red belt, he didn't really help out either that much, and which higher belts are always supposed to help out the new student, and which I was kind of like a new student, but I really wasn't. So it was like that's when I realized, okay, I entered a fake dojo, a fake dojo, and which is a fake school, fake instructor, and which she said that everything was perfect on what I was doing in Taekwondo and what I knew of my style, what I knew what about martial arts, and she said your skills are perfect, and in any way. She said you had power behind them, you had precision behind them, you had speed, um, you had strength, all the way around your techniques. She could see that, but it's just on how she was teaching the class. It was just like it wasn't for me, and I'm not saying that she's a bad instructor or anything. It's just that I just didn't like how she was teaching the class. She was teaching it more like a kid's class, and I wasn't a kid, so it was just like, this ain't for me. I'm not doing it here, and I thought that on the way home last night, and I just kept saying, this is a Mcdojo. This is a Mcdojo school, and I kept telling myself that in my head, and even though I do want to go to a school and learn, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to get a group of guys that I know, or females that I know, and whoever wants to learn martial arts or just to stay in shape, whatever, I'll just get with them and train. They don't really have to, do martial arts or whatever. They can just come train with me. That's just what I am. I like to train. I like to work out. I like to do weightlifting. I like to do karate and taekwondo. So, am I really a Mcdojo? No, I'm not. It's just I train very hard, and I do my own way of training. And which I don't give her wrong of a doubt for the Taekwondo class that I went to, but I should have gave it a little bit more time to really decide on on it. Try a month of it, but it was just like a 3 day class, and it's like I said, I just didn't like it because there was no adults or anything like that. It was just all kids and everything else, and I was just like, okay, this is not for me, and this is not for me at all, and that's the thing. It's just that when they say, oh, people going to join Taekwondo at any age and with any group and all that, mostly the way I see it, mostly kids do Taekwondo. Now, I know in certain areas, there are some schools that do have adults in their Taekwondo class, but usually mostly 9 out of 10 adults tendency to drop out of martial arts because they find it useless. They find it useless to train in. They find it, they find other things to get into, to keep them occupied and stuff like that. And you know, that's the thing. When you get an adult age, you lose interest in it. Me, I have not. I mean, I was still always trained no matter what, and I'll do my best to be the best of it that I could be in all my videos and everything else, and on what I could come up with. And usually, I'm doing everything on what my instructor taught me and what other people has taught me over the years, uh, in all my videos. Am I in Mcdojo? No, I'm not. I am for real. I do have a certificate in a black belt certificate in ATA Taekwondo. You can actually call the owner of the ATA school and see if I got my black belt through them, and he would tell you yes, I did. And then he'll say how well of a student was he when he was doing it, and he would tell you on how well of a good student I was, and how much of a fighter I was, and his name is Robert Howard. And the thing of it is that he's the owner of the school. But my sensei that used to went there, his name was Wayne Wheeler, which I got taught under him and everything else, and which I liked him as an instructor. And hold on, hold on. 1 minute here. I actually got a picture. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, this man right here on my right, and this picture here was my sensei. And he was at ATA Black Belt Academy. And do I miss him as my instructor? I would say he was probably one of the best damn instructors that I ever been taught by in the whole wide world. Other than Tom Lee. Tom Lee, my instructor from ITF. ITF Federation Taekwondo. So sorry, I just thought somebody phone in. But yeah, it's just a thing that basically most people tendency to say, um, you know, joining a dojo is fate. You don't really learn anything. Well, the school I went to, it just depends on who's teaching the school and how they teach it, and that's the thing. And it's kind of sad on that part. It's kind of sad on that part because I was really wanting to join the school and redo Taekwondo again. Get back into it, but it's like there is no good school around anymore. It seems like it's all run by kids. It's all run by younger people, younger generation of people, and it's not run by any adults at all. in which kind of sucks. I wish they had a Taekwondo martial arts school where it is run by adults, not kids. Just adults, and you know have nothing but adults joining in it, and go from there. But usually it's mostly kids that want to do it because they probably watched a series called Cobra Kai and all that on Netflix and everything else. And that's the thing. It's just that I don't use. Man, I don't go by off movies, even though I go by their speeches that they give off movies. Kind of judge it on how did it apply it to life. If it hits me in a certain way, okay, well, that speech gave it to me my all. Man, it hit me pretty well and whatever. Then I'll take it for a grain of salt, and I'll end up doing it. Use it. In my everyday life. Whatever I'm doing, what I'm how I'm gonna do things in life. But it's like I said, it's just I went to a Mcdojo, and Mcdojo is a fake martial arts school, a fake cult, pretty much. That's what I went to. I went to a fake cult martial art studio, and the instructor was not in a gi. She was in a t-shirt and a workout pants, and had a black belt on, and she was just trying to tell everybody what to do, not really teaching anything in which that's not how a school is run. You gotta show the person hands on how to do stuff, and that's the thing what I try to do in my videos. Some of my videos I don't do it all the time. I do it once in a while. If I feel like doing a self-defense video, or an instructional video, I've been doing instructional videos, on the pads. That's how I do them. Um, basically, what combinations to do and stuff like that. But when it comes to, doing on the bag shit, I don't really do on. But, or the wooden dummy, or my weightlifting routines, because everybody knows what a curl is. Everybody knows what a bench press is. Everybody knows what a leg, uh, leg extensions are. Everybody knows what, dumbbell squats and shoulder shrugs and all that is. Uh, Everybody knows it. And all the basic stuff for weightlifting and all that, everybody knows because usually most people use weights when they train. Me, I use weights, I use body weight and everything else. That's just how I am. And I just, I just go from there. And she said I am a true black belt, in which hearing that from a Mcdojo instructor, and which she did know her stuff, but she just did not know how to freaking teach a class. And I wanted to take her off to the side and talk to her for a moment. And you gotta be kind of strict, on teaching. Otherwise you're easy going with them all the time. You know, they're just gonna run around, do whatever. They ain't gonna listen to you. And but I didn't. I didn't give my opinion on it, and I was just calm, and I was left at 6:30 like I said I was, and I just decided to. I just decided pretty much to not go back to that class because it wasn't for me, and I'm not into katas. Even though I practice them, it's a good form of exercise. That's how I see it, and it's good for court, keeping your mind focused and good for a good cardio workout and good for like a balance drill. But really, technically, you can't really fight with the kata, and which which I think is everybody's right. You can't really fight with kata. Now there are some bunkai schools out there that do teach true martial arts with kata. True self defense with kata. To apply it for the streets. But it's just on how you apply the system itself. And me, I like to do self defense. I'm more of street self defense tactics person. I don't like the katas. I don't like the forms or anything like that. I just do them just for a good sweat on. A good warm up. That's all I do them for. But for me to build strength up, I just do body weights, weightlifting, calisthenics, weightlifting, and for cardio, I do bag work, pad work, and stuff like that. And then, but usually, mostly, I try to work on more real life situations, street scenario, self defense. And so that's what I usually try to work on because I use what is effective and my self defense is more um, brutal than any system out there. So that's all I'm saying. $7.4 signing out. As you can hear in the background, probably in the background noise, um, it is raining. They're calling for ice storms and ice tonight, and probably snow as well for the week. So I don't know if I'll be working overtime next week or if I'll be off till Friday. I don't know yet. I hope not. I don't really need a week off, but if it does snow tomorrow, I may call in. I don't know. Ice over tomorrow, I may call in. Say I'm not going to take the chance. That's another thing, and just be safe out there if there's ice out in your area or if there's any snow. Drive with caution, and like I said, just be yourself, be who you are, and don't let nobody tell you anything different, and just be you all the way. God bless. 7.4. Hit subscribe, hit the like, hit the bell notification, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.